Hello everyone. Myself Saikiran Kopparthi from GMRIT Institute of Technology. I am the Android Studies and Facilitator for DSC GMRIT Institute of Technology. Today we are going to kick off a Android Study Jam Session-3. Hope you visited both the Android Study Jam 1 and 2 sessions. So if you have seen the both the sessions, like you will be familiar with this session. So now we are going to discuss very useful things beyond the Android Study Jam's curriculum. So hope you completed the new to programming track and prior programming experience track. So after completing, there are many other things beyond the curriculum, like what we have learned in the code labs itself. So developers in real time, they use many things. So you can see, like today I'm going to tell you, share what are the applications like they will use. So yeah, we will wait until the hit count, like the viewers count, reach 10. Okay. So meanwhile, please open your Android Studios and your respective PCs. So today, the main thing, like what I'm going to say is taking feedback from the students. Like what I have found is, instead of showing the slides today, I'm sure I will be directly showing you the direct direct application, like the from the Android Studio itself. Like I will be showing you all the things. So it will be very useful when you are going to do your work. Okay, fine. So we will wait. Yeah, currently there are 4 members watching now. Yeah. Okay. So let me get started. Okay then. So I'll be sharing my screen. Yeah. I hope my screen is visible. So yeah, good. Now I'll be going to show you this is the Android Study Jam's web page, right? So you are familiar with this. I completed both the tracks, so you can see the developer profile of myself. So you can see, you need to sign in when you're going to see the developer profile every time, right? Yeah, you can see my badges. It's been loading for some time. Feel free to chat in the comment box, like if you have any doubts. Meanwhile, you can see hold the session, right? See, these are the batches what I have earned during completing the code labs. So total you need to earn 16 badges for eligibility for the certificate. Okay, so these are the 1 to 10 badges where I can get after completing the prior program experience tag. So other badges you can see here, like the build a basic layout and introduction to Kotlin and other things like Kotlin, yeah, and Dice Roller app. So these are the other badges like what I have earned from the new to programming track. So if you are familiar with this, like if you have seen, like you can see in the new to programming track, a new unit has been added. So if you are okay, then you can do this unit also, unit 3 navigation. So here, like you can know like whether how to pass from one activity to another activity. Okay, so you can see here, right? Yeah, okay then. So you can see like the navigate between screens, introduction to the navigation component. So you can complete these badges also. If you are, it's totally up to you. Okay, now what I am going to say you is we have introduced about the solution challenge 2021, right? So you students, I think you're very busy learning Android study jams. So the main reason between learning Android for DSC, like for our DSC, is because so we are going to participate in the study jam, sorry, solution challenge 2021, right? So where we are going to discuss where we are going to submit some innovative projects to Google. So if you got selected, so there is a fully sponsored trip you can to the Google headquarters in California, right? So to participate in this team, like you need to get innovative ideas. So as per the Google and what the information we have received, so this is the United Nations, like the official website. So these are the 17 goals. So this is the Department of Economic and Social Affairs Sustainable Development, right? I hope you are very aware of the Sustainable Development life goals, right? So these are the 17 goals you can see here. So the no poverty, zero hunger. So these are the 17 domains, if you're familiar. In these domains, like if you think any innovative problem, like for example, zero hunger. So many people in our world, like many people are suffering with hunger related diseases, right? So if you want to eradicate the hunger, you can develop an innovative app. Like and many people I found that. So if you are interested in doing one technique, for example, if you are very good at blockchain or machine learning, you can develop a project using that machine learning also. It's not necessary you need to develop only Android project or only cloud. It's not necessary. The main reason is like you need to just solve the problem. It is independent of the technology. Okay, so please use this opportunity very carefully, because our college is very lucky, because like we have DSC developer student clubs in our college itself. So that is the reason like we are able to participate in this solution challenge 2021, right? So please keep it in mind and do the project accordingly, and feel free to contact our DSC core team or the community leads anytime. So we are happy to help you. Okay. Yeah. So coming to the like in the in the new to program, in the prior program experience track, so you can see if you have completed the unit 2 part also, so you will be familiar about the work manager. So in the I think in the ninth in the yeah in the ninth batch, you'll be familiar about the work manager also. So you think like whether how work manager is used in real-time Android apps. See, I'll be showing you one blog. See, this is FCM push notification scheduler. So this is a medium blog written by some developer. So what is exactly FCM push notification? So in developer knowledge, like what is FCM means, Firebase cloud messaging. So I'll be soon introducing Firebase, like what is exactly Firebase. And Firebase cloud messaging is nothing but, so if you are using e-commerce apps like Flipkart, Amazon, so you will soon get like a notification from the app itself, like in your notification panel, like there will be notifications coming, right? So they will be coming from direct from the app itself. But you can notice like some apps will show you the notifications even if the internet, like even if the Wi-Fi or mobile data is switched off also. So what's the reason behind, like when the developer sends the notification to the particular app, so your phone needs to have a good internet connection, then only like you can receive the notification, right? But even if the internet was switched off also, the notification is being displayed. So the main reason behind this is the work manager. So what does the work manager do is like it schedules. See, the scheduling will be done by using the work manager. So if you clearly learn this, if you clearly learn this blog, so you can implement the work manager also. See, like this Firebase messaging service is used to schedule the notification. So all these things, like you can see. Okay. So please read this blog. So I'll be putting this blog in the comment section, so you can learn about that. Yeah, done. Okay. And that's all about the Android studies like the part. So now I am going to show you the good application, that is GitHub. So hope you're all available. Hope you all know about the GitHub, right? So GitHub is nothing but it is a version control system. Like version control means, what does actually version control means? So version control is nothing but, so for example, if you have seen Android apps in Play Store itself, so you will be seeing the version number, version 0.1, 1.0, 1.0.1. So what exactly this means? They are versions. For example, if you are building any project, so there will be version, like for example, in the first version, you will be publishing the basic version of the particular application. In the second version, you are going to advance it, like you will be going to add new features, and similarly, like so forth and so, and you will be adding new features in the earlier in the latest versions, right? So here also version control plays the same thing here also. So developers use GitHub as a major repository. Like GitHub, what does GitHub means? Like it is a code repository. So every developer in the world uses GitHub. So they will push their code into the GitHub, so everyone can access. And companies and organizations also use GitHub. So let me show you what does actually GitHub do, and I will be showing you how you can access GitHub from the Android Studio itself. Okay, right? So first log into github.com. Okay, so since I am already logged in, so it is my account. So first of all, you need to create an account. So I'll be showing it in the incognito tab. So see, this is the official website of the GitHub. So you can create an account. So this is actually for free. You can create an account actually for free. And yeah, after creating the account, so this will be the home page for your account. So this is the name for my account name. So this is the like where you can search any repositories if you want, right? And this is my profile. Okay, in this profile it is my ID. Okay, this is my any followers, like if I have any followers. And you can see here, this is the code commits, like the contributions in the last year. That means like if I do any push or commit into the GitHub repository, so it will be added here. See, you can see 15 contributions on October 24 2020. Okay, so these are my repositories. So what does actually a repository means? So in work manager also you have came across this word repository. Actually repository is nothing but this is a remote folder. Like for example, if you have uploaded any photos in Google Drive or any photos app, so you can see you will be creating a folder, right? In the Google Drive, and you are going to upload your own photos. So the folder itself, it is called as a repository in GitHub. That's it, right? So it will be a folder where you are going to put your whole code. For example, you can see this is my website, like my portfolio. So this is the website, like this is the folder of my website, and of the in the folder, like this is the code for my website, right? So the local repository for my website will be available here. Okay, so they will be in that way. So local repository and remote repository. Here also in Android Studio there are two repositories, one is local and one is remote repository. So local repository means like it will be stored in your remote desktop, like in your desktop itself. Remote repository will be stored in the GitHub itself. So if you are going to change any code in your local desktop, like it will not change in the GitHub itself. So after completion of your code, so you need to push the code to the remote repository, then only it will be visible here. See, so what I have done in the initial, like I have said about the version control, right? So version control actually means this. See, this is the actual commit. For example, at the initial stage, like I have created the folder from my portfolio website. So I clicked on the initial commit. So at that time, my folder, like the remote folder, contains these only these things, like initial commit means, so this is the initial version of my project. So this is the initial code. But recently, like I will be adding my own code. So you can see what are the commits I have made. For example, see, I'll be showing you again. See, you can see total 13 commits. So what does actually 13 commits means? So I have changed this version 13 times, like 13 commits means like I have changed the whole website 13 times. So you can see here. So first of all, I have added the initial commit and added complete homepage and experience page. That means I am adding the new version for them. That means like in the first version, I just added only one picture, but in the second version, I just added two pictures. And in the earlier version, like I am adding new features to that. So you can see here. So what I have changed, see, in the old version, so it is profile bootstrap theme, but in this version I have changed this thing. So in the old version it is this, and then the new version it is this. So the main like use of GitHub is actually if you have like if you lose the code in your in your local desktop. For example, if your laptop got reset, or if you are going to like go to another place and you want your code handy, then you can use GitHub. So if you want your code to if you want to give your code to any person, so simply you can share the GitHub repository link so they can easily download, right? So that's the main use of the GitHub itself, right? So you can, for example, if you have changed something in your code but then the application got crashed, then you can go to the GitHub and you can see the code there and you can see the older code. So using that you can modify it, right? So that's the actual use of GitHub. So many developers use GitHub here, and the main reason is if you want to learn any new projects developed by other things. For example, if you want a face detection project, so see, you can get many projects. So if I want a face detection project, so you can click face detection and you can see these projects. Like these projects are developed by various developers all over the world. See, you can see an open source library for face detection images. So you can download this code code repository using this link. So this is the repository link. So this will be unique for every repository you have created. So you can like implement this you can implement this repository, you can download and you can implement this repository. Okay, so these are the main advantages. And even if you want learn Git very deep, so in the Umang Solutions channel, like where you are watching this video, in the video itself, like there is a playlist for Git, so you can learn Git there also. Okay, so how to install Git and how to install Git in Android Studio also, like we had discussed in that video. So I'll be sharing that link later in the mails itself, so you can see there. All right, so now I'm going to, I think you have good knowledge on Git itself at the now. So I'm going to show you the Android Studio. So this is my Android Studio, right? So how I am going to access my repository, like this is the repository for the StuMet. So this is an application. So I'll be telling you this application in further minutes. Okay, so let me show you how to access Git from the Android Studio itself. See, you can see VCS here. VCS is nothing but version control system. So in the Android Studio has a support to connect to this version control system from directly from our Android Studio itself. So since I have already registered my GitHub account, so I will be not seeing any login prompts from here. So since you are new to Android Studio, like the Git needs to be installed in your Android Studio, so then you need to log in to your GitHub account. Okay. So if you need to create a repository, for example, you have created a new project, okay, and you need to create a repository from directly from your Android Studio. So what you can do is, so you can click on the VCS and you can click on Git, and you can click on the create pull request. Sorry, you can okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, see here in the import into version control, you can see the create Git repository, right? So it will be asking you the remote repository, like where you want to show the local repository, like where you are going to store the local folder in your device. And if you click on OK, automatically a new repository will be created in your GitHub account. For this project, I'm not going to create any repository since this project is already available in the GitHub. So you can see here. So this is the project, like it is just StuMet. So this is the project which is already available in the GitHub here. So this is the project. So you can see here. So this is the local repository. So what you are seeing is the local repository, and what you are seeing in the GitHub is the remote repository. Okay. So here you can see, like if I click on the app, if I click on the SRC, if I click on the main, and if I click on the Java com Umang StuMet, yeah, in the adapters class, in the classmates adapter class, so you can see this code, right? So currently I am in the classmates adapter. So let me navigate to classmates adapter class. See what you're seeing is the here we have seen override function, right? So here also you can see the override function. So if I lose any code, like for example, there is a problem and I have got deleted this class. So if you deleted this class, no problem. So you can see from the GitHub itself. So since the GitHub is on the cloud, so it is remotely located somewhere. So even if you lose the code in your local system, so you can easily access from the remote system, right? So that's the main reason using GitHub. Okay. So for this project, like I have done 56 commits. So you can see here. So how many commits done? So these are the commits, number of commits what I have done. So commits on number 1. So Pratyusha is under attendee of Android Studiesm. She also given her contribution in this project StuMet. So you can see her name also, like Pratyusha also. So let me tell you all these things in the further minutes. Okay, so this is the first version. See, you can see in the older versions, like how many commits, total 56 commits for this project. See, this is the initial commit. In the later versions, like I have added like the completing getting started activity. So resolve some minor errors, solve FAB color problem. FAB is nothing but floating action button, right? So I have added newer versions. Like if I got any problems in the earlier version, so I can go to GitHub and I can see like what I have done wrong, right? So that's the main thing. Okay. So and if you want to clone any project in your Android Studio itself, the main thing what you need to do is, for example, if you want to clone this StuMet project, So you need to click on this paste link, I mean copy link, and you need to navigate to the Android Studio itself. And in the Android Studio, like you can open VCS, right? You can open VCS and going to the Git. So you can see the option like clone, right? In the clone, you need to give the URL there. So after giving to the URL, and you need to click the folder like where you are going to download the project there. So I am going to download the project here. So click on clone. Okay, I think some problem is there. Okay, let me create. So after clicking on the clone, see what this Android Studio is like. It will download the repository. So it is cloning the source repository. What this actually cloning means? So it will download this whole repository into my local system, right? So if I want to open this project, like I can click on the new window and automatically the project which I have downloaded will be opened in my local system. So there you can access my code. Okay. That's it about the GitHub, and you can access this Android Studio here. So if I want to change any code in my project, so after committing, after like changing the changes, like you can commit the code. So I'll be clicking on the commit button. See, this is the name. Every time you need to give, for example, you need to identify the differences, right? For example, in the first version, I have given the name as initial commit. In the second, I have given like I have added the newer version. So the main thing is, for example, if you lose the code and if you want to go skip to the earlier version, like the initial version, so you can navigate to the using that particular name. So at the initial version of the software, the project is this. But the current situation, the project is this. So you can navigate. So using this name, so you can you can like notify like whether okay this is a timestamp. So at this time I have added these things. At this time I have added these things. See, added PDF viewing intent chooser and changed about this activity. So I have added the commit name. So with the help of commit name, I can know, okay, what I have done, the changes in the particular project at that time. So these are the things. So using this commit name, you can do those things. See here also, when I am going to commit, so it will be asking the commit name for the project. So I have changed some, sorry, change something. So I am going to click on, you need to click on the drop down button and commit and push. See, so it will analyze. So you need to click on the commit and push button. Okay, then what you're going to do is like it will ask master origin master. Then you need to click on the push button. So what does actually commit and push does is commit means it will create a buffer like thing, like it will create a buffer of the total project, and every time you click on the commit button, it will check all the folders like what you have changed in the whole project. See, you can see here default change list, like it will compare the latest repository. I mean the latest repository means the repository which is available in the GitHub and your local code. So if there are any changes in between, so it will detect and it will be showing you here like what you have changed in the code. So then you need to push. What does actually push do is like it will send the code to the remote repository. So see here, I am pushing the code. See, push fail. Okay, there is some error. So yeah, meanwhile like if you have done it correctly, like you will see push successful. So I think there is some error in my code. Yeah, okay, let me do. So that is about the Android Studio. It's like how to access the Git version control from your Android Studio itself, right? So after committing, after successful pushing of the code, you can see here, like code committed 2 seconds ago. So you can see here, right? So this is the main thing. And coming to the other version, like I'm going to show you about the Firebase. So Firebase is another application. Let me show you about the Firebase. What does actually Firebase do is, Firebase is a cloud service, like it is directly given by the Google itself. So it is a cloud service. Here, what you're going to do is, so Firebase gives you every many services to develop your own app. For example, what we have learned in the Android Study code labs is just a static content. Like you are using the room database, right? So room database is only stored in your local system. But if you want to share any data, for example, if there is a login app, So what you're going to do is like you're going to enter your credentials and you are going to sign up. You are going to create an account in your app. But if you are going to open the same app in another phone, you are not able to log in because the login data will be stored in the particular phone since you are using the room database. It will be stored to the particular phone. But if you want the same account in the other phone also, like it needs to be stored in the cloud. Okay, let me make it simple. So, for example, if you are using, I think you all have the Facebook accounts, right? For example, if you open your Facebook account in your laptop, so you can see the Facebook account in your laptop itself. And if you open the same Facebook account in your phone, you can open the Facebook account in your phone also. And if you go to anywhere, like if you go to anywhere or any other city and open your Facebook account, it will log in. So what is actually happening? So the device is getting changed, the network is getting changed. Even also your Facebook account is getting open. So what this actually means what this actually mean is your Facebook account data, like the whole data is stored on the some remote server. So where you go, so when you give the credentials, it will be checking, like it will check in the database, like the remote database. So what is going in the back end is, so when you click on your email ID and your password, both will be checked in the database which is present in the Facebook servers, and if they get navigated, automatically your account gets open. So this data is actually stored on the cloud itself. So cloud is actually nothing but it is a remote. Like for example, if you are storing any data in your local system, it will be accessible when you open the system itself. But if you want to store any data which is accessible everywhere, so you need to use the cloud services like what we are using, Gmail, Facebook, and all this LinkedIn and all these things. Google Drive. Google Drive is the best example for using the cloud. So we are all using, but the main thing is like it is cloud. So actually, it is cloud computing, right? Firebase is also that one only. For example, if you are going to create an account, if you need to store data, whole data in cloud itself, so you can use this Firebase. So it is a technology which is introduced by Google. So this actually provides many things for us. Say products and solutions you can rely on to your app's journey. It is not limited to Android apps itself. Like we can add it for iOS also, Android also, and websites also. And there are many services like you can add for IoT devices also. So you can build these and monitor, engage, see Firebase extensions. So integration. So many apps are using Firebase as their backend. See, trusted by the largest apps and games. See, the New York Times, it is a newspaper. Duolingo, The Economist. So these are the applications where they are using Firebase as a backend in your apps. So basically, for example, if you want to authenticate any user in your app, it is a very hectic task. Like you need to have the database in your app and we need to check. But in Firebase, it is very easy. So you need to just learn the documentation and you can ease it. So when you open your Firebase, you need to log in with your Google account. So after you need to click on the Go to Console button. Right, in the Go to Console button, these are my projects. So if you want to add a project, you can click on the Add Project button, and after submitting all the details, you will be creating a website. So this is one thing. So Boson for all. So this is an Android app what I have developed earlier. So basically, this Android app is developed using Java. Okay, that's not the thing. So Firebase is totally independent of the language what you're using in your app itself. Okay, right? So this is the Android app. So you can see authentication, cloud Firestore. So these are the total services provided by the Firebase itself. For example, what does authentication means? See, authentication is nothing but, so you are familiar with the sign in with Google option in many Android apps. I think we all use that option. So what does actually sign in Google does? So it will automatically open the Gmail account what have signed in your phone, and it will authenticate it. So Firebase will be using there. So what we will use is like Firebase is very helpful in that situation. So using this documentation, like in here in the sign in method, you can see here. For example, if I want the Google authentication, so I need to enable. See, I need to enable the Google authentication. Then I can easily access the Google accounts in that phone, and we can do the authentication for our app. So, but I don't want these things. Like you can see email or password authentication. So what does actually email or password authentication is? So user will enter the email and password. So based upon the email and password, it will be stored in our database. So see here, like when the user gets enter the sign up button. So when the user clicks on the email ID and password and he clicks on the sign up button, automatically the email ID and password will not be shown to us. So it will be automatically encrypted. So we could not see the password you have entered by the user also. So it is very secure, right? So we can see the email ID of the user and when he have created and when he last signed in, and it will be the user ID. So this is the user ID which is automatically generated by the Firebase itself. So it will be unique for every user, right? So using this authentication, we can easily authenticate our app. So if you want to put any login screen, so you can easily authenticate by this. So when the user again signs in, so if we enters the mail ID and password, so if those matches, so when the user clicks on the sign in button, so it will be checked with the database present here. So if the user is registered, then the password will be checked and the user will be authenticated. So authentication is very useful service provided in the Firebase itself. And Cloud Firestore. So this is actually a database. For example, what you're going to see is like if you open apps, so it will be showing whole data. Consider a Flipkart or any other app. So you are seeing data like the class name and all these things. So what is actually being done is, so there is a database stored at the backend, right? So this database will be accessed every time when you open the app itself. So Cloud Firestone and real-time database, these two services are used for them. See, you can see here. So this is the tables like the application issues. So in real-time database, the data is stored in the format of JSON. So what does actually JSON means? Java Static Object Notation. Okay. The data will be stored in the parent-child format. So you can see here when the user submits data in the phone. So I will get in this form like a ID will be generated here and the email ID and the report. So this is actually my data. Like as a developer, I return the code like what we need to capture from the user. So for example, see here you can see the address, date. So this is actually the data what I have captured from the user. So this data will be replicated. For example, if you open this, for example, if you open this data in my phone, so it will be accessible for me. And if you open the same account in another phone in another app, you can see the data. Since the data is remote, since the data is in remote version, so you can see the data everywhere. So that's the main reason of real-time database. Okay, so this data will be available to every person. Okay, see storage. So what this actually storage means, if you want to store any images, so real-time database is usually used to store only just text data itself, but you couldn't store any other data. But storage is useful to store any image data. For example, any images if you want to store, so you can store here, right? Okay. And hosting it, what is actually hosting is like if you are developing an website, if you want to host, you can host here. Okay. And cloud function, so there are many services you can use. And if you are very passionate about the machine learning and you don't know anything about machine learning, even you can implement machine learning in your Android apps. Many developers like they implement machine learning using Python in the laptop itself, like they're using the Jupyter notebook. But it is very difficult to integrate machine learning with an Android app, right? So, but with the help of Firebase, we can easily do with this. So machine learning. So what is actually ML Kit? So it is previously it is called as ML Kit. So they have changed the name to machine learning. So in the machine learning, we have pre-trained models, so we can use it directly. For example, in your app, if you need to have any text recognition type of thing, so you can use this text recognition. So if you click on the get started, so you can click on get started in ML Kit. So automatically the documentation section will be open. So you can click on the Android button. So when you click on the Android button, automatically it shows you. So if you read this step by step, you can easily implement the version. Like See, it is asking to add the dependency in your Android Studio, and it is going to change some versions in the manifest.xml file, and it is showing like how to upload the image to the model itself. So everything will be taken care of the so you don't need to learn anything about the machine learning. You just need to concentrate on the Android Studio code, like what you need to do in the Kotlin itself. So you don't need to learn anything about the machine learning. You don't need to learn about the neural networks and all this stuff of the machine learning stuff, right? So that's the main advantage of the all these models. So if you want any image labeling or face detection, if you want to detect the faces, so if you need to have any barcode scanning, or you need to have smart replay, for example, it acts like a chatbot. So landmark recognition. So all these models are pre-trained, and you can easily access from your system. You can easily access. So if you are a machine learning developer and you have some machine learning models in your desktop, so you can upload this model using this TensorFlow Lite. See, you can see here in the custom itself. Yeah, in the custom, you can upload your model. See, host your custom machine learning models on Firebase and dynamically serve them to mobile devices. So this is where you can upload your custom models and you can see this, right? So this is there are some many advantages in Firebase. So another thing is crash ethics. For example, if your app is available in the Play Store, and what does actually crash means, for example, if there is any invalid input for your Android app, so then the app gets crashed. So you couldn't detect. For example, if the Android app gets crashed in your own device, so you get to know, okay, there is some error in the Android app. But after using it in the Play Store, so people will use those apps. So you couldn't detect, like you couldn't know, like the Android app got crashed in the other version. So using this crash analytics, what does actually do is, so it will monitor your app. So if the app got crashed in any other device, automatically it gets notified to you. So as a developer, you need to make your app crash free, right? So everything will be modified here. So you can see the performance of the Android app, like what you have developed, so how it is performing, and test lab. So it is a very good advantage in test lab. So in the Firebase itself, so what this actually test lab does is, so for example, consider you are developing an Android app, right? So you are developing an Android app and you are going to soon release it into the Play Store. But every time when you're going to develop, publish an app into the public, you need to test the app in various devices. For example, you need to test whether the app is working fine in Android 8 version, Android 9 version, Android 10 version, like the Oreo, Lollipop, every version you need to test, right? So but there is a case like everyone is using Android 8 Oreo phones right now, but you want to test your app on the Android 11, which is the latest version what have released, but you don't have any Android 11 version phone. But the Firebase has given the opportunity for you. See here in the test lab. So what you can do is, first of all, you need to upload your app. So here, actually, the robo will be like testing your Android app. For example, we need to give the APK version of my Android app. For example, let me give a second. So I will upload an Android app here. So then I can show you like how this actually, we can select virtual phone. Like, see, these are some APK files what I have already there. So I have selected the Android app, so it will upload. So what this actually do is, a robo will be there at the backend. So the robo will install the app in some virtual phone, and automatically test our app. See, I will click on the continue button, and Firebase has a limit, so you can test your app only on 5 physical and 10 virtual devices. Right? Okay. Now I want to add my devices. See, wow. So these are the virtual phones which is available in the Firebase itself. So if I want to test my phone on Pixel 2, so I will click on this add button. So I will ask the version like API 28 or 29. So then I will click on the select button. And if I want to test my phone on HTC U11, so then I will click on this and I will select the version Oreo. Okay, then I will click on the select button. See, these phones are not available physically, but these phones are available virtually. And if you click on the confirm button, so automatically, you need to click on the start to test button. Automatically, the test gets started. So the robot will be installing the app in that particular phones, and the test will be started in the phones. So after completion of the phones, like you can see the results here. See in the test lab here. So see, this is some test. So what I have run before, it got failed. That's the reason like I am getting the warning. See, in total 5 devices, in the 2 devices it got failed. See, you can see, I have tested my app in OnePlus phone. So how the robo tested the app also you can see directly from here. See, you can see in the robo by clicking on the robo, so you can see like how in what activities the robo got access. So the Android, like it got access whole version of the Android app itself. So you can see again, I think it got redirected from the version. Yeah, see. Yeah, okay. So this is the main thing. So after completion of the robot test, see robot test just now. So what this actually means is like the robot is testing our Android app. So that is the reason like we are not able to see. So after completion, like we can see here like how robot got tested the Android app. So how it got clicked. So as a tester, how does the actual tester test the Android app? So here also the robot tests in the same way. Okay, so that's the main advantage of the test lab. So you can test your Android app on various devices. And what I have shown you earlier, the fiber cloud messaging, right? So FCM, what this actually means is this only. So FCM, Fiber's cloud messaging. So what you have to do is like if you want to send a notification to a users, so you need to click on enter optional title. Like you need to click on the title, notification title. For example, test notification, right? And I am going to give some test notification text. See, you can see here, like, see, this is the actual notification. So when I click on the send button, so this is the preview of the notification, like the how the users get. See, for example, in your Android version, so this will actually get in this form. So test notification. So what you have entered will be automatically shown in the users there. Okay, so notification name. So these are all the other things. So click on the next button and you need to select so which app you need to send. So you need to click on the next button. See 100% of potential users, like all the users who are using my Android app will get this notification. Okay, so send, click on next and next. So if you want to enable the sound of the particular device, and you need to click on the enable button and review. So it is like a review. So I everything is okay. Now I'm click on the publish button. So if you click on the publish button, automatically a notification will be sent to the particular users of the app. See test notification. See automatically the app got test the app like the notification has been sent to the particular devices. So in this way, from the browser itself, like you can send the notifications to the users. So there are many advantages of the fibers. So basically, this is the main thing. So here you can see analytics. So what does actually analytics does is, so it will show you how many users are using your app real time. So at this time, how many users are using your app, you can see here. So users in last 30 minutes. You can see everything. You can monitor your Android app totally from directly from here. So that's the main advantage of Firebase. And Firebase works on pay as you go expenses. Like you need to there is some free type for Firebase. So that's actually the Spark plan. You don't need to pay anything. But if your app is performing well and you need to access the database and you need to have good bandwidth, so then you need to go for the pay as you go plan, like the Blaze plan actually. So you can see the pricing here also. So this is actually since it works on Google Cloud platform, so you need to pay for the services. So you need to set up your billing account and you need to pay. Like for example, if you send some, if you store some more than 5 GB data, you need to you need to pay some amount for every 1 GB you have added for them. So it is like a pay as you go expenses. Like it looks like the postpaid. So for the mobile networks, like what we are going to use, like the postpaid network, right? So it looks like that. Okay. So that is about the Firebase. Yeah. Okay then. Then we have, yeah. Now I am going to tell. So from the first session of the Android study jams, so I am telling you like we need to submit an Android app, like the submit an innovative Android app. So the course, like what you have learned from this Android study jams course, you need to implement it somewhere. Then only you can improve your knowledge in the Android domain itself. So that's the reason like many students have developed many innovative apps, but we have finalized one Android app. So that is two made. So it is actually developed by one of the attendee from our college. She is none other than Pratyusha. She is from third IT. So we have her on the stage. So let her welcome. So okay, within 30 minutes, like I will be showing her. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, Pratyusha will be adding into the stream, so we'll have on to the stage. Okay. I think she is ready. Yeah. Hello, Pratyusha.
Hi, Saikiran. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I want to say thanks for all of us and congrats to the DSC team also. Because of DSC team, we are here to
Yeah, Pratyusha.
give our apps or develop something. So, as you discussed about yeah as you discussed about the idea or innovative idea which can be implemented, so we started, StuMate. It is an Android application, which is first of all we made it for our college, that is GMR college, and in future we are trying to give it to everyone, like every colleges. Sorry for the disturbance. So we are trying to give it for the more and more colleges which are near to us. So let me share my screen so that you can see how we developed an application and UI. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. So meanwhile, guys, like you can see the Stumet on Play Store also. Like we have published a Stumet on Play Store also, so you can see also there. Yeah. So this is the project like what I have actually told you before. So Stumet is the Android project like what they have shown you in the from the starting of the video. So if you want, like you can access that from the my GitHub repository also. So I'll be keeping the link of the repository. So if you want, like you can clone the repository, like as I have told you in the video itself. If you don't know how to clone the repository, like you can replay the video. Okay?
Sai Kiran,
Yeah, Pratyusha.
sorry for the interrupt. We are getting some echo and some breakage in your network. Can you please check it out?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
fine.
Yeah.
So is my screen visible?
No, actually, you haven't shared yet.
Okay, just give me a minute.
So please click on the link and you can download the Stuma tablet. Yeah, sorry, Sri Sai Reddy. Be more meaningful. Okay, Pratyusha, your screen is being loaded. Yeah,
I think it's visible now.
yeah, it's okay. You can continue now.
Yeah, yeah. As we discussed now, we have developed an application. So that is to make. So this is the actually the main part, which is the main activity. Uh, I'll be showing you the splash screen. Wait. So Basically, this is an main activity. Just focus, all of you just focus on the UI, UI and UX. So it places a major role. And then this is an Android application made by Kotlin. I mean, used the language Kotlin. So here we are having some of the things like class notes, classmates, reminders, and all. So when we are registering all the things like our college name, our class name, and all things, then your classmates will be noticed here. Let me show you our classmates. It's been loading. Yeah, see, these are all our classmates, whoever registered, and we're all using a app. And the basic idea of this app is like, for example, we'll be storing all our PDFs in our WhatsApp groups and all the stuff. So when the stuff is mixed with the messages, we cannot be able to search it again. For example, in semester exam, we cannot be able to get it very fast as soon as possible, right? So here we are making a class notes. When you click on class notes, see, we have uploaded mini notes, so we can take whatever you want. You can take. It acts like a container, just. And here anyone can add the classmate, whoever if you are present in the IT second year, you can submit your notes or anything or PDF to your classmates. So when we click on upload notes and all things, the notes will be uploaded, and remaining classmates will get a notification like someone, for example, Pratyusha is submitted published a notes, I mean uploaded notes. So these are the basic functionalities of our app. And we even have reminders. uh, Main use of reminders is, for example, if you are willing to pay fee but you forgot, so what we do is we just keep a reminder for them. We'll keep a reminder, and those reminders will be stored in the reminder thing, I mean reminder attribute, and the profile. So these are the basic functionalities of our app. uh, yeah, I hope that's it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, good, Pratyusha. So the app, you can see the app in the Play Store also. You can install the app. So I'll be sharing you the Play Store link also. So let me share. So please install the Android app in your phones, and do the UI she developed is very good. So I was very fascinated about the UI. See, you can download the Play Store link. So I have posted it in the chat box. So the UI of the Stumat is very good. So it is very nice. It is actually very difficult to develop the UI in that part. So it is basically we have added the floating action button. So on the right, so we have added the corner radius at the bottom. So everything we have added in a very nice way. So you can check out the app, and if you feel if you have any doubts, so how we implemented, you can know all that things by asking us. And the tech stack what we have used in develop this Android app is like the Firebase. Pratyusha, like, can you explain about the Firebase? Like, what are the services you have used for this developing this app?
Yeah, sure. For example, while developing an app, for example, I have already explained you, right, class notes and all these things. How will
Yeah.
you how the data will be stored? So basically the data will be stored in the database, right? So here for this Android app, for developing an Android app, we use an Firebase as a database. Okay. So for example, let us take a real time example. Everyone is using WhatsApp now, right? So how the messages are being loaded, or else how the messages are stored in your particular chart, it is totally based on the database. So for these Android apps, we are using a Firebase as a database. So we'll be using FCM services like Firebase Cloud messaging, so that we can send notifications to the people. Even we are getting WhatsApp notifications, right? How we are getting? We are getting these notifications based on Firebase Cloud messaging. So WhatsApp is some type of, I mean, it also uses some cloud messaging. So in this we are using Firebase. So some apps may use some more than, I mean, not only Firebase, they use some other databases. right? We are having many database, but Firebase is the main thing which we'll be using in the Android app. So there are the services which are provided by Firebase, which is very important. I mean, see, for example, every application or every functionality which we have in an Android app, it is maintained by the Firebase, and it is pay as you go. The plans are also very easy, so everyone can use it. Even I developed an application. I made it for free because it is a pay as you go. Up to some limit only it acts. After that limit we can pay if you want. Okay, so that is the main advantage of Firebase, and basically it is maintained by Google. So their maintenance is also it's also maintenance takes place persistently, so continuously maintenance will be there.
Mm.
So I hope Firebase is the best database for Android applications.
Yeah, I think you have chosen the best application present for using the. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, share your experience with developing a streamer, like what are the consequences you have faced after publishing the app in the Play Store? So, have you experienced any crashes from the users?
Yeah, sure. Uh, when we are developing an application, it is very easy if you know the concept.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption, Patricia. Can you place your mic near so yeah we can able to hear?
Now is it clear?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Okay, fine. So, when you are developing an application and if you are running in your mobile, it is very easy. And we can say, oh, yeah, my application was developed, but not. When you develop or when you publish in Play Store, then you face many difficulties like privacy problems, which is implemented by Google. I mean, everyone says that Google will not accept every app because it consists of some. It consists of some privacy rules or something. So it is not that much easy, which we think. And the other thing is crashes. When first of all, when I published my app, I got many crashes. I just published my app and downloaded in three of our mobiles, and mostly two of our mobiles got crashed. And when the crashes we are getting, will everyone will get crashes. So once we detect the crash, we try to solve a problem. So there it builds debugging and all this. So crashes are as usual, every developer will get it, but try to solve that.
Yeah, that's the only thing like what we have learned after publishing the app, right? Yeah. Every
Yeah.
developer, no, so there is a code that so after publishing your software only like you will be seeing the real crashes like wow,
Hmm.
all.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
When my app is not published in the Play Store, I even don't know my app is not crashing in my mobile phone. So I just left. Okay, my app is perfect. But when I uploaded in Play Store, then I got to know, yeah, in my code there are some problems. So I need to change. I got that because of the uploading or publishing in the Play Store. So if
Yes.
everyone, I suggest only one thing to the developers. If you are perfect with your code, don't think that you are perfect for your mobile. Like
Yes.
we all use it for our mobile and we say it's perfect. Not. Just try to upload or publish in your Play Store account, so that you will realize your app is perfect or not.
Yes, that's true. That's 100% true. Okay. Yeah, we are going to publish this app for Google. As we said earlier, so we are going to publish this toolmat for the Google itself. So it will be sent to the review. If it's very good, so it will be featured on Google blog itself. So I hope it will do that thing. Yeah. Okay, then we are coming to the
Yeah,
end of the yeah, Pratyusha. Okay, thank you for coming to the event, Pratyusha. Thank you for on the session. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Saikiran, and I'm always thankful to the DSC GMRIT because of this DSC team, we got to know about cloud and this Android also. So we are very happy and delighted. Thank you.
Yeah. We are very happy to have you as on the stage. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, now what I am going to show you is like how to build an APK, how to build an APK from the app what you have developed. So it's a very basic thing. So you need to click on the build button here, and you need to navigate to the build bundle or APK. You need to click on the build APK button. So that's it. So automatically a .apk file will be generated. Okay, so after generating the .apk file, you can share to other phones, like you can send to other phones like in your home, and you can test the APK in the devices also. If else like if there is no such thing, if there is no help of APK, so then you need to click on, then you need to connect the USB cable, and you need to run it in each device. So it is very hectic task. So if you want to install the APK in your friend's phone, like if he is in another state or in another city, so just you need to send the APK in the WhatsApp itself. So he can download and he can install the APK. So that's the main use of this building this APK. And as I have said before, so when you're going to share any APK, so you need to click on a build bundle, and using this only, like you can automatically the Android Studio will generate an APK file, so you can share that. Okay, and soon we will, yeah, soon we will share you the Google form. So where you can submit the like the developer profile, like the screenshot of the developer profile. So if you have completed the new to prior programming experience tag, so if I if your developer profile have the screenshots of the 1 to 10 badges, like what I have shown you in the earlier, like at the starting of the video, so then you will be eligible for the certificate. Like then we will issue the certificate to you as part of completing the Android study jumps path. Okay, so we will soon share you the Google form. So in the meanwhile, so please explore about the GitHub and Firebase itself. So if you have any doubts in both the Firebase and GitHub, we are happy to help you at any time. So we are available, so you can ask any person in our core team. So we are happy to help you about the doubts you have got in like the Firebase and GitHub. And every time, like I want to say only thing. So please think about, so please brush up your ideas and find any new idea. Like it will be helpful for the solution challenge 2021. As I shared, like the 12 sustainable development life goals. So you can search the idea in the particular thing in the particular domain, and you can develop the idea. So we are very fortunate to have you in the session. So like see, so that's all about the session. Like if you have any thoughts, like you can post in the comment section, or else like we can wind up the session. Yeah. So if you have any doubts, if you have any suggestions, so you can share. Like if you want any extra content, we are happy to help you. So today, so keeping in all the attendees in the mind, so I have just said the basic introduction of the Firebase and GitHub. Since many of you don't know anything about the cloud services, so that's the reason like I have made it very simple. So if you want to learn deep, and if you want any assistance, so please feel to contact me in the WhatsApp group or any using the mail itself. So I'm happy to help you. Um yeah. I think like if you have any doubts, you can please post in the comment section, or else we can wind up. Okay. Then we will do one thing. So I will count from 10 to 1. So if no one is putting any comment in the comment section, so I'm going to wind up the session. Yeah. We will call. Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I think no one has any doubts. So it's happy to see like everyone is clear with the session. Okay, then Okay, sorry, there was a technical issue. Okay, then thank you for the session. Thank you for attending the session, and very happy advance happy sorry belated happy new year and advance happy pongal to all the attendees. Bye. See you later.